Your soulmate is trying to tell you something important. Please don't ignore this. Don't scroll. Don't look away. Just for a moment, pause right here and listen. This message is for you and your heart, the one that has been feeling a little heavier lately, the one that has been searching for answers in the middle of the night, needs this more than you can possibly imagine. If you found yourself here without searching for it, that alone is the first sign. In a world of infinite noise and constant scrolling, your arrival here is not a coincidence. It is an intersection. Something unseen is moving toward you, something meaningful, something guided, something timed with absolute purpose. Take a deep breath. Inhale the stillness of this moment. Exhale the chaos of your day. Stay present with me. You aren't here because you are weak. You aren't here because you are lonely or because you are obsessed or because you are stuck in the past. Those are the labels the world tries to put on you to make you feel small. No, you are here because you are aware. You are a feeler. You are someone who senses the shift in the wind before the storm arrives. You felt a shift in the emotional atmosphere weeks ago, didn't you? You felt a quiet pull in your chest, a sense of knowing that something was shifting in the unseen realms. I want you to feel completely safe here. There is no judgment in this space. This isn't a message meant to rush you or demand anything from you. It isn't meant to trigger your anxiety or make you feel like the clock is ticking and you're running out of time. In fact, it's the exact opposite. This is your permission to stop running. This is your permission to put down the heavy bags of what-ifs and should-haves. Nothing bad will happen if you simply sit here and listen. You are not imagining this connection. You are not crazy for feeling a soul that isn't physically next to you. You are simply sensitive enough to hear the whisper of the universe before it becomes a roar. You are tuned into a frequency that others are too busy to hear. Listen closely, because what comes next is the clarity you've been praying for. Now let's talk about the why. Why today? Why this specific hour? The universe is a master of timing, but its clock doesn't tick like ours. We want answers when we are frustrated. We want signs when we are crying. But the most profound, life-altering messages usually find us in the absolute silence, in those moments when we've finally stopped trying to force life to happen. Perhaps you were staring out a window today, watching the rain or the sunlight, and for a split second their face flashed in your mind. Or maybe you were lying in bed last night, the house was silent, and you felt a sudden warmth or a sudden ache that you couldn't explain. You might have been doing something completely mundane, washing dishes, driving to work, or walking through a grocery store, when a wave of them hit you so hard it took your breath away. This is not a random firing of neurons in your brain. This is not just a memory. Messages from a soulmate don't always come through the channels we expect. We wait for the ding of a notification. We wait for a letter in the mail. But soul-level communication is much more elegant than that. It arrives as energy. It arrives as a sudden frequency shift. It arrives as a knowing that settles into your bones. The reason this message is reaching you right now is that your internal frequency has finally stabilized. Think of yourself like a radio. For a long time there was too much static, too much hurt, too much anger, too much why me. But lately you've been doing the work. Even if you don't realize it, you've been healing. You've been reaching a state of ready. The universe does not waste its breath. It does not deliver the truth to a heart that is too chaotic to hear it. It waits for the moment of receptivity. You are in that window of receptivity right now. You see, awareness always comes before action, before the physical world changes, before the phone rings, before the door opens, before the reunion happens. Your internal world must be prepared. You are being preconditioned for a new chapter. This is why you've been feeling so sensitive lately. You might have felt like you were losing your edge or getting too emotional, but you weren't becoming weak. You were becoming thin-skinned in the best way possible so that the light of the truth could finally get through. You are standing in the quiet, sacred space between the no longer and the not yet. This is the hallway of the soul. It can be a lonely place, but it is also the place where all miracles are born. Listen to the stillness between my words. That stillness is where your soulmate's energy is vibrating. They are trying to bridge the gap. They are trying to tell you that the distance is an illusion. They are reminding you that while the world sees two separate people, the universe only sees one shared vibration. You are being prepared for a realization that will change the way you look at love forever. Stay with me. Before we peel back the layers and look at the core of this message, I need to do something very important for you. I need to clear the fog. I need to take the pressure off your chest. When we hear the words important message from a soulmate, our human ego immediately goes into panic mode. We think, does this mean I have to do something? Am I missing a deadline? Should I call them? Are they in trouble? Is this my last chance? Stop. Let those thoughts go. Let them float away like leaves on a river. To truly hear what your soulmate is saying, we must first discuss what this message is not. Because if you are listening through a filter of anxiety, you will misinterpret the melody. First, this is not a command from the divine to start chasing. The universe never asks you to chase. Chasing is an energy of lack. It says, I don't have it, so I must run after it. But soulmate energy is an energy of attraction. It says, I am, and therefore it comes to me. This message is not a signal for you to humiliate yourself, or to break your boundaries, or to reach out to someone who isn't ready to receive you. Second, this is not a sign that you should pick up your phone and start typing a message right now. If the message was meant to be a text, it would have been a text. But it's an energetic whisper. It is meant to be felt, not necessarily acted upon. Third, this is not a guarantee of a Hollywood movie reunion by tomorrow at 9:00 a.m. I will not lie to you and give you false hope that triggers a cycle of disappointment. The soul moves in seasons, not seconds. And most importantly, listen to me carefully here. This is not a warning that you are running out of time. The ego lives in linear time, where everything is a race. But the soul lives in kairos, or divine time. In soul time, you can never be too late for what belongs to you. You cannot miss your destiny. Fear is loud. Fear is chaotic. Fear makes your heart beat fast and your palms sweat. But the soul is a deep, quiet pool of blue water. If the message you are sensing feels like pressure or panic or urgent, then that is just your mind playing tricks on you. The real message, the one we are uncovering together, is a gift of peace. It is a security blanket for your spirit. It is the universe saying, I have the wheel. You can sit in the passenger seat for a while. You can relax your grip on the map. You are still in total control of your life. Your world is not on pause. You are not waiting for your life to begin when they arrive. Your life is happening right now in the way you breathe, in the way you drink your tea, in the way you love yourself. Nothing is being taken from you. You are simply being given a map of the heart so that you don't have to wander in the dark anymore. Can you feel that? Can you feel the weight leaving your shoulders? Good. Now we arrive at the center, the place where all the noise stops and the truth begins. What is this message that has been vibrating through the dimensions to find you? First, you must understand that the message your soulmate is sending is not verbal. It is a frequency. It is an emotional echo of their internal world reaching out to touch yours. Right now, in this very second, inside the person you are thinking of, there is a massive shift occurring. There is a space of deep reflection. They are carrying things they haven't said, not just to you, but to themselves. For a long time, they may have been running from the intensity of the connection, or running from the parts of themselves they weren't ready to heal. But the universe has a way of stopping a runner. It creates a silence so loud that they finally have to listen. The message they are sending you is this: I finally see it. They are reflecting on the truth of you, not the arguments, but the essence of who you are. They are remembering how you made them feel safe when the rest of the world felt like a battlefield. They are realizing that the peace they've been searching for was actually the vibration they felt when they were in your presence. You are sensing the echo of this realization. Have you felt that sudden ping in your heart lately? That's not just a memory. That is them in their private moment of honesty, acknowledging your value. The message is one of profound regret, not the kind that leads to depression, but the kind that leads to awakening. It's the regret of a soul that realizes it had a diamond in its hand and treated it like a common stone. They are telling you, I am processing the weight of my choices. They aren't telling you this with words yet because they are still busy surviving the gravity of the realization. They have to face the ways they weren't ready. They have to face the ways they let fear win. You are picking up on the frequency of their awakening. You are picking up on the internal dialogue they are having with their own shadows. The message is also one of validation. They want you to know, soul to soul, that you were right. You weren't too much. The connection was as real as you thought it was. Even if they denied it then, their soul is admitting it now. The message is not asking you to wait by the window. It is asking you to understand that the truth has finally been acknowledged in the unseen realms. They are saying, I am learning how to show up. They may not be at your door today, but in the spiritual world they are doing the heavy lifting. They are clearing the debris of their own trauma so that if and when they do speak, the words are rooted in truth, not just loneliness. You are sensing the vibration of readiness. It's like the air before a lightning strike. Everything feels static, heavy, and expectant. The message is, you were the mirror I wasn't ready to look into, but now I can't look away. Take this in. Let it settle into your heart. You don't need to do anything with this information. You don't need to send a text to help them realize it. They are already realizing it. The universe is the teacher now, and they are the student. Your role is to simply hold the space, to be the grounded awareness that receives this echo with grace and calm. Now we must step into the shadows to understand the why. Why the silence? If they feel this, why haven't they reached out? It is a human question, but soulmate connections trigger our deepest fears. For your soulmate, speaking this truth means being terrifyingly vulnerable. It means dropping the mask. It means admitting that their ego was wrong. Their struggle right now is a conflict between the ego and the spirit. The ego is loud. It says, stay safe, stay hidden. If you reach out, you might get rejected. The Spirit says, you are already connected. There is no such thing as losing power. This internal battle is exhausting. It creates a state of emotional paralysis. I want you to hear this. Their silence is not an act of indifference. It is an act of self-protection. When you see them being distant, it isn't because they don't care. It is often because they care so much that the intensity of it scares them. Imagine being thirsty for a lifetime and suddenly standing before a vast ocean. They are afraid of reopening wounds. Often, soulmates stay silent because they are waiting to be perfect before they return. They are trying to fix themselves in the dark so they can present a finished version to you in the light. This silence is a sacred incubation. Think of a seed beneath the soil. To someone looking at the surface, nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, the shell is cracking. That seed is undergoing a violent, beautiful transformation just to reach the light. Your soulmate is currently in the cracking phase. They are looking at their old patterns, the way they used to run when things got too real, and they are realizing those patterns no longer serve them. Their silence was never a reflection of your worth. You were simply the catalyst that forced them to look at things they weren't ready to see yet. When you feel that heavy silence as a burden, shift your perspective. Instead of seeing it as a wall, see it as a work in progress. They are in the workshop of the soul. They are learning how to be vulnerable without feeling destroyed. The struggle is real, but so is the movement. Every day they spend in this reflection, the mask slips a little further. You don't need to rescue them. Stay grounded. Stay in your calm. You are the lighthouse that shows them where the shore is. There is a reason you are likely listening to this right now, as the world outside has gone still. The night is the great stripper of armor. When the lights go out, the distractions that you used to build a wall around your heart suddenly vanish. And in that hollow space, the truth remains. This is why you feel them most at night. It is not because you are weak. It is because the night is the only time your frequency is clear enough to receive what is already there. Think about the atmosphere at night. It is thinner. Energetically, the static of the world has settled. This is when the soul-level communication becomes a shout. When you lie there and a wave of their energy hits you, that sudden warmth, that phantom scent, that sense of a presence in the room, that is the energetic bridge being activated. Your soulmate is likely awake too, or perhaps they are dreaming of you. In the dream state, the ego goes to sleep and their soul is free to wander. You are sensing their dream self reaching out. At night, they aren't thinking about logistics. They are simply feeling the lack of you. They are feeling the coldness of the space where your energy used to be. You are picking up on a spiritual broadcast. You are not haunted by the past. You are participating in a midnight dialogue. The night is when the universe does its most intense rearranging. I want you to change the way you view these restless nights. Instead of seeing them as a source of pain, see them as a grounding session. When the thoughts of them surface, don't fight them. Imagine you are a lighthouse keeper. The thoughts are just ships passing in the dark. You are simply the light that observes them. Say to yourself, I feel you. I acknowledge this connection. I am safe in this stillness. The heart doesn't have a clock. It doesn't care about time zones. In the stillness of the night, your soulmate's message is, I am still here. In the quiet, I cannot pretend you don't matter. Breathe in the peace of the night. Exhale the need for answers. Breathe in the certainty of the connection. Exhale the fear of being alone. You are being held in a vibrational embrace that the daylight world can't understand. There is a law in the universe that we often overlook. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. This applies to the laws of physics, and it applies even more powerfully to the laws of the human heart. Think about all the words your soulmate has thought but never typed. Think about the sentences they started in their head while driving, only to swallow them back down. Think about the apologies that died in their throat and the I love yous that were whispered into a pillow instead of into your ear. You might think that because these words were never spoken, they don't exist. But in the realm of the spirit, those words are more real than anything you can touch. They have become the energy of undelivered words. When a person feels something deeply but refuses to express it, that emotion doesn't just vanish into thin air. It creates a vibrational pressure. It's like steam trapped in a kettle. It has to go somewhere. And because you are the counterpart to their soul, that energy is naturally directed toward your frequency. This is the scientific reason behind your random emotional spikes. Have you ever been having a perfectly normal day? Maybe you're laughing with friends or focused on a project, and suddenly, out of nowhere, a heavy cloud of sadness or a sharp pang of longing hits you. You look around and realize nothing in your immediate environment caused it. That is you catching an undelivered word. You are picking up on a frequency that was broadcasted from their heart, but intercepted by their fear before it could reach their lips. You are not imagining their presence. You are feeling their residue. These undelivered words are currently swirling in the spiritual atmosphere around you. They manifest as synchronicities. This is why you see their name on a random sign, or why you keep seeing their car model everywhere, or why you hear your song in a place you'd never expect. Those aren't just coincidences. Those are the undelivered words trying to find a way to manifest in the physical world, since they can't come through their voice yet. They come through the environment. The message within this energy is one of processing. Your soulmate is currently writing and rewriting their internal script. They are looking at the wreckage of the past and trying to find the right way to build a bridge over it. Every time they think of a way to bridge the gap, you feel a pull. Every time they retreat in fear, you feel a coldness. You are essentially a living barometer for their internal weather. I want you to realize something profound. This energy does not mean you are stuck. A common fear is that feeling this energy means you are obsessed or that you aren't healing correctly. You might tell yourself, I should be over this by now. Why do I still feel them? But you must understand that feeling is not the same as waiting. You can move forward with your life, you can achieve your goals, and you can find joy, all while acknowledging the energy that exists between you. The energy of undelivered words is not a chain that keeps you anchored to the past. It is a background frequency. Like the hum of a refrigerator or the sound of distant traffic, it's there, but it doesn't have to stop you from cooking your dinner or reading your book. Acknowledging this energy actually gives you power. When you realize that the pang in your chest is just an undelivered word from them, you can say, I see you. I feel that, but it is not mine to carry. You can allow the energy to pass through you like wind through a screen door. You don't have to catch it. You don't have to analyze it. You just have to let it be. They are telling you through the ether, I am not ready to say it, but I haven't forgotten it. Let that be enough for today. Let the undelivered words stay in the atmosphere for a while longer. They are being refined. They are being purified. And when the time is right and the pressure becomes too much for them to contain, those words will find a way to become delivered. Now we must speak about the most critical part of this journey. This is the section that determines whether you remain a master of your energy or a victim of your emotions. We have established that the message is real. We have established that the connection is active. But now, I am going to tell you something that might feel counterintuitive, yet it is the key to your survival and your eventual happiness. You must not act on this information. In our fast-paced society, we are taught that information equals action. If we see a sign, we think we must follow it. If we feel a pull, we think we must reach out. But in the world of soulmates and high-frequency connections, the most powerful action you can take is non-action. Listen to me carefully. Do not chase. When you feel that undelivered word hit your heart, your ego will scream at you to send a check-in text. It will tell you to like an old photo or to show up at a place where you might accidentally run into them. It will tell you that if you don't remind them you exist, they will forget you. but chasing is the energy of lack. It sends a signal to the universe and to them that you do not believe you are worthy of being sought after. Chasing creates resistance. The more you push towards someone who is in the middle of their own internal struggle, the further they will retreat into their fortress. Do not overinterpret the signs. Yes, the repeating numbers are real. Yes, the songs are symbolic. But do not turn your life into an investigation. If you spend your whole day looking for signs, you are no longer living your life. You are living their life. You are giving away your precious life force to a what if. The signs are meant to be nods from the universe to keep your heart open, not directions to lose your mind. Do not abandon your routine. The greatest mistake people make when sensing a soulmate's return or awakening is putting their own life on hold. They stop focusing on their career. They stop going to the gym. They stop dating. They stop dreaming. They wait by the door for a guest who hasn't arrived yet. But here is the spiritual truth. Alignment happens when you are in your flow, not when you are in your weight. Your soulmate fell in love with the version of you that was vibrant, independent, and full of life. If you become a waiting room for them, you lose the very frequency that attracted the connection in the first place. Your peace is your power. Your self-respect is your magnet. Listening does not require reacting. Repeat that to yourself. Write it down. Listening does not require reacting. You can hear the message. You can feel the love. You can acknowledge the connection. And then, you can go to your yoga class. You can finish that report for work. You can have dinner with a friend and laugh until your stomach hurts. By staying in your own life, you are telling the universe, I trust you. I know this connection is real, so I don't have to babysit it. I trust that what belongs to me cannot be lost, so I am going to go enjoy my day. This is the ultimate test of faith. If you truly believe they are your soulmate, and you truly believe the universe is guiding this, then you don't need to help the universe by sending a thirsty text at 2 in the morning. Your role right now is to be the container. If they are the steam, the emotion, and the message, you must be the kettle, the stable, grounded structure. If the container is cracked and leaking because you are anxious and chasing, the energy cannot build. Stay in your power, stay in your self-worth. If they are processing their shadows, let them. If they are fighting their ego, let them win that battle on their own. You are not their therapist, you are their counterpart. And a counterpart stays in their own lane, trusting that the road will eventually merge. By choosing not to act, you are actually creating a vacuum. And the universe abhors a vacuum. When you stop chasing, you create a space that they must eventually fill. Now, let's look at what this message is actually asking from you, because while it doesn't want your action, it definitely wants your evolution. Up until this point, we have talked extensively about them. We have talked about their silence, their internal struggle, and the words they haven't yet found the courage to say. But now, the universe is shifting the spotlight. The beam of light is moving off of them and landing directly on you. You see, a soulmate connection is never a one-way street. It is a cosmic partnership designed for mutual evolution. While they are in their workshop of the soul, the universe is asking, what are you doing with your light? This message, this frequency you are sensing, is not asking you to wait. It is asking you to rise. It is asking for your evolution. The first thing this message is asking of you is self-awareness. It is asking you to look into the mirror of this connection and see the truth of your own beauty. For too long, you have defined your worth by their presence or their absence. You have felt high when they were close and low when they were distant. But the universe is whispering. Your value is not a fluctuating currency. You are a diamond whether or not someone is currently looking at you. This connection is a catalyst for your emotional grounding. The message is asking you to become the anchor. We are often taught that love is a roller coaster, full of highs, lows, and chaotic turns. But aligned love, the kind that lasts, is a deep, steady river. The universe is using this period of silence to train you in the art of calm. It is asking you, can you remain steady even when the answers are missing? Can you remain whole even when the other half of your soul is still finding its way? If you can find peace right now, in the middle of the not yet, you are developing a spiritual muscle that most people never build. You are becoming self-sufficient. This message is also asking for your self-respect. Self-respect is the highest vibration of love. When you respect yourself enough to stop chasing, when you respect yourself enough to set healthy boundaries, and when you respect yourself enough to say, I deserve consistency and clarity, you change the entire dynamic of the connection. You see, energy is infectious. If you are vibrating in anxiety and neediness, that is what they feel. But if you are vibrating in self-respect and grounded certainty, they feel that too. By choosing yourself, you are actually making it easier for them to choose you later. You are showing them the new standard. You are telling the soulmate frequency, I am no longer available for games or confusion. I am only available for alignment. The message is asking you to stay present. We spend so much time in the future. We are constantly planning for the next thing, the next milestone, the next version of our lives. We think, I'll be happy when they return. I'll be happy when we have our conversation. But the universe is gently correcting you. It is saying, be happy now. Find joy in your morning coffee. Find beauty in your solitude. Find purpose in your career. Because the person who is whole in the present is the only one who can handle a whole connection in the future. Your calm matters. Your peace is not just a personal goal, it is a part of the connection itself. Imagine you and your soulmate are two ends of a string. If you are shaking with anxiety, the whole string vibrates with chaos. But if you become still, the vibrations on their end begin to settle too. Your peace becomes their safe harbor. By healing yourself, you are providing a map for them to find their way home. You don't need their validation to be a masterpiece. You don't need a text message to prove that you are lovable. The message your soulmate's spirit is trying to convey is, grow for you, heal for you, shine for you. Because the more you become you, the more undeniable our connection becomes. This is the ultimate empowerment. You are not a victim of destiny, you are a co-creator of it. You are not waiting for your life to start. You are the one who is leading the way. The universe is not controlling you, it is collaborating with you. So take your power back, take your focus off the when and the how, and place it firmly on the who. Who are you becoming through this silence? Are you becoming more patient, more loving toward yourself, more wise? If the answer is yes, then the connection is already a success, regardless of what happens tomorrow. You are the lighthouse. Lighthouses don't run all over the beach looking for ships to save. They just stand there, shining, steady, and bright. And because they are steady, the ships find their way. Be the lighthouse. Now let's take all of this wisdom, all of this energy, and anchor it into your body. We are going to move into a space of deep, restorative calm. I want you to find a position where you feel completely supported. If you are lying down, feel the weight of your body sinking into the mattress. If you are sitting, feel the chair holding you. For the next few minutes, you don't have to carry yourself. You are being held. In the United States, we are taught that we must always be doing. But right now, your only job is to be. Close your eyes gently and just notice your breath. Don't try to change it. Don't try to make it perfect. Just observe the air as it enters your body, cool and fresh, and as it leaves your body, warm and relaxed. As you breathe, imagine that every inhale is bringing in clarity, and every exhale is releasing confusion. Imagine a soft golden light beginning to glow at the very center of your chest. This is your inner sanctuary. It is a place where no anxiety can reach you. It is a place where the noise of the world, the what-ifs about your soulmate, and the pressure of the future simply cannot enter. In this space, you are whole. In this space, you are enough. Now imagine that golden light expanding. It moves from your chest into your shoulders. Feel them drop. It moves down your arms, into your hands. Feel the tension leaving your fingertips. The weight you have been carrying for months, the weight of waiting, the weight of wondering, it is melting away. It is flowing out of you and into the ground beneath you. The earth can handle it. You don't have to hold it anymore. Your heart is softening. Your spirit is opening. I want you to think of a single word: alignment. You don't have to force the pieces of your life to fit together. You don't have to solve the puzzle of your relationship tonight. Just like the stars in the American sky move in their perfect orbits without being pushed, your life is moving in its perfect orbit too. If thoughts of your soulmate arrive, let them come. Don't fight them. But instead of chasing them, imagine those thoughts are like clouds passing over a mountain. You are the mountain. You are steady. You are ancient. You are unshakable. The clouds are just passing through. They don't change the mountain. Say to yourself, silently or out loud, I am at peace with the process. I trust the timing of my life. I am safe in this silence. Feel the emotional safety of the universe wrapping around you like a warm blanket. You are not being punished by this distance. You are being refined. You are being prepared. The universe is not a judge sitting in control of you. It is a calm guide walking beside you. It is whispering, rest now. The work is being done in the unseen. The bridges are being built in the spirit. Your only task is to remain grounded in your own light. Notice how your heartbeat has slowed. Notice how the restlessness in your legs or your hands has turned into a heavy, peaceful stillness. This is your natural state. This is the clarity you've been looking for. It wasn't in a text message. It wasn't in an explanation. It was here inside your own breath all along. Your soulmate's spirit is also resting. In this moment of shared calm, the connection is at its purest. No ego, no fear. Just two souls existing in the same infinite space of love. Stay in this feeling. Don't rush to leave it. This is where your healing lives. As we begin to gently transition back, carry this calm certainty with you. You are protected, you are guided, and you are deeply, deeply loved. As you return from that space of calm, you might be wondering, what now? What happens tomorrow when I wake up? What is the physical result of this spiritual message? This is where many people in our audience get lost. They expect a lightning bolt. They expect the door to fly open immediately. But growth is often a quiet evolution. What happens after this message is a shift in perspective. You will notice that the obsessive thinking begins to fade. You will wake up and find that for the first time in a long time, the first thing you think about is your day, your goals, and your peace, not their actions. This is not a sign that you are losing the connection. It is a sign that the connection has become so secure that it no longer needs to scream for your attention. Sometimes, the result of this message is clarity that comes as closure. You might realize that you have outgrown the version of the relationship that existed before. You might find the strength to finally let go of the hope that hurts and replace it with faith that heals. Other times, the result is a sudden opening. Because you have stopped chasing, you have created an energetic vacuum. And frequently, this is exactly when the physical reach out happens. When the universe sees that you are finally grounded and safe in your own skin, it feels it is safe to allow the connection to manifest. But I want you to be prepared for the middle path. Sometimes, growth is the only response. You may find that your soulmate begins to show subtle signs of their awakening. A random like a brief text, a meant-to-be encounter. Do not overanalyze these, they are just proof of life. They are the universe saying, see, the energy is moving, the seed is cracking, just keep being the lighthouse. Not every message is meant to be answered out loud. Some messages are just meant to give you the oxygen you need to keep walking your own path. The most important thing that happens after today is that you stop being a victim of uncertainty. You now have the map. You know that the silence has a purpose. You know that the struggle is a sign of growth. You know that the night is a time for connection. You have moved from confusion to alignment. And once you are in alignment, the manifestation is only a matter of time. We have traveled a long way together in this space. We have walked through the shadows of silence, the science of undelivered energy, and the radiant power of your own self-respect. And now, as we reach the end of this specific message, I want you to take a moment to look at how far you have come. Just by staying here, just by allowing yourself to be open to this frequency, you have already shifted. You are not the same person who clicked on this video. You are more grounded. You are more aware. You are closer to your own truth. I want to leave you with a final, unshakable reassurance. You are not behind. In our society, we are constantly told that we are missing out, that we are late, that we are failing if we don't have certain things by a certain age. But in the realm of the soul, there is no such thing as being behind. You are exactly where you need to be for your specific evolution. Every tear you have shed, every night you spent wondering, and every moment of doubt was not a waste of time. It was the soil in which your wisdom was growing. The universe has not forgotten you. Your soulmate's spirit has not forgotten you. Even in the deepest silence, you are being calculated into the grand design. Think about the American redwood trees. They grow for hundreds of years. For a long time, they are just small saplings, barely noticeable. But beneath the earth, their roots are intertwining with the trees around them, creating a massive, invisible network of support. Your connection is like those roots. Just because you can't see the towering tree, yet doesn't mean the foundation isn't being built. The message you are carrying with you today is one of total emotional safety. You can trust your heart again. For a while, you might have felt like your heart was an enemy, that it was leading you into pain, that it was tricking you into loving someone who wasn't there. But I am here to tell you that your heart is the most sophisticated guidance system you possess. It wasn't wrong about the connection. It was simply early. It saw the finish line before the race was over. You can trust your intuition. When you feel that pull, acknowledge it, smile at it, and then come back to your center. You don't have to be afraid of your feelings anymore. They aren't traps. They are just information. I want you to make a promise to yourself today. Promise that you will stop being the secondary character in your own life. From this moment forward, you are the protagonist. Your soulmate is a beautiful part of your story, yes, but they are not the whole story. You are the story. When you wake up tomorrow, I want you to look in the mirror and see the person the universe is so deeply invested in. See the person who has the courage to love in a world that is often cold. See the person who is brave enough to sit in the silence and listen for the whispers of the Spirit. You are a masterpiece of alignment. Everything you have been looking for is already on its way to you. But more importantly, everything you need is already inside of you. You are the calm guide. You are the emotional safety. You are the clarity. If you feel the urge to return to this message, it will be here for you. But for now, take this grounded certainty and walk out into your world with your head held high. You don't need to chase the sun. The sun is already rising within you. Listen to this. Your heart is at peace. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved. And so it is.